I'm Austin. This is Dungeons and Dracon Beams.
Yeerk was quite sure that he was very good at statistics. External viewpoints notwithstanding, in Steven's mind, he was pretty good. Even if, statistically, that was unlikely, he thought that he rather defied the odds. Which is why when the news report started talking about hotels blowing up nearby, wild non-native animals attacking military bases, and then strange videos began popping up in his social media feeds, he had the wherewithal to think, what are the odds? At this point, he could have pulled data sets on trends of animal attacks across the country and numbers of explosions from gas leaks in non-residential buildings, or tried to do any real number of calculations that his degree qualified him to attempt. However, Mr. Statork did not do this, for in his heart he was really more of a romantic than a mathematician, and he only got the degree in statistics because his parents said a philosophy degree was a waste of money, and if he wanted to sit and think about the world, he ought to do that at home for free. Instead, he began to ponder the animals, and then the likelihood of the spider that was so itsy-bitsy traversing the whole drain spout, and if that was really a likely and common phenomenon. After all, little spiders don't live all that long. He could hardly have known that just that morning, one of his own students' pet spiders had died. In fact, he could hardly fathom one of his own students having a pet spider at all. Another question that may have stumped him, should he ever have the sort of whimsy and creativity to ponder it, is if Zach had spent a restless night thinking about his old ally Grant and what happened to him, what, numerically, is the likelihood that Grant's mom would show up ringing the bell at Zach's home the next day looking disheveled? That might seem horribly unlikely, but what if the question extended even further from possibility? For instance, what if Dylan skips school because she isn't feeling great and goes to an AA meeting where she ends up using alien technology to turn her human body into the body of the spider from earlier and ends up listening to a conversation between Joan Reese, the mother of another humanimal that died long before Dylan joined the team, and Joan Reese was giving orders to send out payments to quickly rebuild the alien Kendron array and the Windsurf Hotel that were destroyed in the explosion, an explosion caused by Dylan, at least in part. No, that sort of pondering was beyond the scope of all of Steven's imagination. It's not his fault, really. His parents did name him Steven, after all. He stops pondering the great statistical anomaly that all of this could mean and settles into his preferred evening activity. Scrolling YouTube in the Ultimate Animals Doing Human Stuff compilation of all-time playlist. What is the likelihood that across town 2 Andalites far flung from home were doing the same thing with some human children at the tippy top of Pacific Towers? Truly astronomical. And that's where we are now.
The midday sun shines over Pacific Towers as a familiar crow finally returns from its soar over Ocean Grove. Any Earth lands on the ledge of Pacific Towers, and the other crows caw at his return. Meanwhile, inside, Zach, you're in Savannah's living room. And Kamren is in the kitchen drinking a smoothie he's made that you tried earlier, and Matea is in her human morph now watching Kamren, but she seems to be pacing back and forth, wobbly. She seems to be practicing walking. Aximili is currently looking through items that were left with you all from Xander, and as Possum bounds down the hall just out of habit, you glance at your phone, and you see that you've gained even more TikTok followers.
That tracks. I mean, that's what normally happens. And just so the listeners know, when is this?
This is Thursday, midday after school.
Yeah, everyone's here? Or just...
Savannah and Dylan have walked down the hall and went into Savannah's room, and as Possum bounds down, you see him almost tackle Dylan as they're playing.
Until everyone kind of gets resettled, I'm just going to keep scrolling on my phone.
A lot of new comments, people with the JJMC stuff, the apology video, they're, good or bad publicity, doesn't matter. It's giving you some followers.
Yeah. I do kind of switch over to his account real quick just to see if there's any mentions.
Yeah, the people are on there. They kind of defend him some. Like, most of them are defending him, like, why would that guy do that? And then he's trying to give this weak-ass apology. Like, that's one of the comments, but another one is like, you all have no idea about Zigzag. He's not that kind of guy. He's been on TikTok and in the trenches of TikTok long before JJMC was doing this. And, you know, there's just back and forth. A lot of people defend you, but more people kind of are on his page are for him. You go to yours, it's the opposite.
Okay. So I feel like at some point I would have tried to figure out how to bring up to the group that Grant's mom had come by and how we might need to surveil a little and see where she's at. But I haven't announced it to the whole group yet.
As this is kind of like going through your head, it's kind of when you see the other two kind of rejoin the group. Possum kind of his head just under Dylan's hand as she's walking so she can keep petting him.
Okay. I'm going to cross the room and just like, I want to talk to Van like as privately as I can and just be like, oh, hey, so Grant's mom came by and I don't know if that's a problem or if it's just a regular problem. Like if it's a big problem or like a regular problem.
Did you speak to her?
No.
And I'm assuming she knows where you live because you were friends?
Mm-hmm.
What else can you tell me? What else happened?
Oh, I don't know anything else. She was at my door. She looked like homeless. She hadn't showered maybe, or her clothes were all messed up and dirty. And I mean, she's probably losing sleep and stuff. That's my guess. I mean, you've seen like Reese's dad. It's kind of the same sitch, I think. But yeah, no, like I saw that she was outside and I went out the back, crossed through the Chapman's yard and came to school.
That sounds like a net positive for us right now. I mean, if she was a controller, she wouldn't be disheveled and I assume looking for Grant.
I mean, maybe. I don't know if it's an appearance thing, right? So it might be that she's just trying to, I don't know. I don't know why, if Grant got caught, why we would not all be SWAT teamed, but I don't know. I just kind of wanted to make sure it was on the radar. I know there's a lot of other shit going on, but we might want to keep an eye on her. For that matter, we might want to keep an eye on Reese's dad too. Maybe even Ricky.
The problem is with what resources?
Yeah, well, it happened, so I'm letting you know.
We should work on what story you're going to tell her when she comes back.
Oh, easy. I was already gone.
And if she asks you if you've gotten any texts from him or messages from him?
Just tell her no. Like we just haven't talked. I've been wondering where he was too, but figured he had joined the circus or something. Or gone to jail.
Once we get through this, we should follow her and make sure she's not a controller yet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Just then, Zach, you get a message, a PM from TikTok.
PM, okay.
Private message.
Yeah, ancient internet lingo.
DM then.
A project manager from TikTok.
A post-meridian. Okay, I probably have a dozen of those, but I'll see what the preview notification says.
It's from JJMC and it's just like 5 question marks.
I'll kind of look back up from my phone and be like, also, I'm supposed to tell JJMC something. Do we want to plan something around that?
Around seeing JJMC?
Yeah, I feel like he was compromised. We should probably suss it out. Maybe he's just regular pissed, but he might be trying to get me somewhere.
Okay, if he's trying to get you somewhere, ask where he wants to meet.
Okay. I'll flip it open and text him back. Sorry, bro. I got detention. I just got out. Yeah, well, absolutely. When can we meet somewhere? Where do you want to meet? Let's figure this out. Let's do it. I'm down as soon as you are.
Yeah, as you send it, you wait a couple seconds. He starts to write back, and when he sends the message, it just says, "I'm free this weekend. I'll still be in town. We can meet at some kind of park, maybe on the beach. Just film some TikToks, go over some ideas."
Okay. Is there a spot at the beach that I know has good skating?
Yeah, you know all the places on the beach.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell him one. I don't know, whatever. And like as I'm typing, I'm saying this out loud to Savannah. Like, okay, he wants to meet this weekend. I'm gonna tell him like the boardwalk. You know, there's that one spot where that one vacant lot where they've got like cool shit and there's lots of rails and curbs. He wants to do TikToks and stuff. That's what he says. I figure there's also around that spot like lots of rooftops to hang out on and like alleys to be in and whatever. If you guys want to be there to observe.
We should observe what's going on, especially if they're already kind of poaching him for the sharing. But perhaps make it Sunday.
They were definitely trying to get him last time. They might have already got him. Yeah, Sunday. That's cool.
I mean, I don't think we can fit anything more into Saturday.
No, I know. Cool. And then I'll just text him back. Yeah. Boardwalk, this spot, vacant lot near the, whatever, street, corners, you get it. And then Sunday, Zach would know what time lighting is good. I don't know.
Golden hour.
Yeah, right. We'll meet about an hour before that. Whatever time that, what's golden hour, Alex? I don't know anything.
I mean, it depends on when sunset is, but probably like 4, 5, 6 p.m., somewhere around there.
Yeah, okay. I'll tell him like 4 p.m. Sunday.
All right, sounds good. See you then.
And then tell him, sorry for the delay.
He just thumbs up that one.
Great. Close it.
As you close your phone, Dylan, Cameron's like, "Sup?
Sup?
Want some of this?"
Oh, absolutely not. No.
No,
It's
you
good.
don't want that.
Oh, no. I guarantee it's not.
All right. And he hands your cup to Matea. Matea, looks in it. Look. The mixture of what they call sweet and earthy. I love them both. Give me more, please, Kamren. Fine. Drink it all. He pours more in. Need some of this for later.
Did you put beets in it?
Cranberries. Cranberries, broccoli.
What's the... No.
It's good.
No.
He turns around. I got it. Goes in the cabinet, pulls out some nutmeg, and just starts pouring it into the mixture, and then mixing it up. How about now?
Why are you like this?
Hey, I like to treat my body well.
I don't think you do. Also, be careful with all that nutmeg and cloves and stuff.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Well, the quantity that you just poured in there can be slightly hallucinogenic.
He smiles a little bit.
Don't do it, Kamren.
All right. Hey, Max, man.
No.
I'm going to run over and just take it. I'm going to take the whole thing and start putting it in the garbage disposal.
Man. Party poopers. He smiles, leans against the counter. Now what?
Dylan's going to turn to Savannah.
So does Zach.
Savannah is looking at her phone, but just scrolling through the calendar. Nothing's written down. She's just still contemplating everything Zach just told her. And you just literally see her flipping through the next 4 days back and forth on the calendar.
She's busy. She gets like this sometimes.
Zach just clears his throat, pointedly.
She'll look up at Zach
For real, what next?
Next. Right. But next is we're going to go try and infiltrate the Yeerk pool again. Do we have those logs that... You remember what the Chi told us about trying to get those?
As you're saying that, Aximili will gesture to this table where he has some of this stuff laid out that Xander gave you guys. Yes, here. We have log codes to log the incident reports under Visser 3 subordinates. He's in human morph as well, as he's saying this. We have these ID cards as well that allow us access to level 2 areas within the Yeerk pool. These are normally just general work areas, is what Xander told us. Storage areas and places like that we should be able to get into. A portable scanner. This can identify many things. And with technology, it can sometimes give details on how to use them. When we also have this short-range communication device and a Dracon Beam.
So once Aximili goes through like all of these items, it's, I think just trying to form that plan of like, okay, so we can't necessarily go as birds because we have a lot of things to carry. We have to find an entrance to break in. We have to get down to a computer, and we log this only if it's successful. And did he say we should really do this from multiple different locations?
That was recommended. Not a deal breaker, though.
I'm not the biggest fan.
He sent a message during your all's time at school. An encrypted message. Oh. Yes. It's short and sweet, but he said that most of the other entranceways into that area were sealed off. So essentially, for the Yeerks, the controllers to get there, they have one way to go in and out. The way that we took last time, they said, has been made difficult to get in. Not impossible for us. He also said that most of these power systems down there are not functional other than the 1 or 2 terminals down there. Unless you go deeper into the river. Basically, I think what he is trying to say is that this is an outskirt base of the Yeerk pool, and you can follow it inwards to get to the larger Yeerk pool under the city.
Why are they taking so many resources away from here? Why are they closing off entrances?
He did not say, but what I assume is that because it is a known weak point, we've been there before.
So the larger area beneath the city is still active, but you can't get into it unless you go out of town, go through some weird side entrance, and then go back in. Like, how do they maintain
what he's saying flow? Is the only way into that area is through the main Yeerk pool. So there's other entrances, it sounds like, but the only way to get into the area we went in, or well, you guys went in last time, is through the Yeerk pool. The way we took in last time sounds like it's, I don't know, that's what Maxman said. Sounds like it's blocked up. Maybe we should scout this out.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, we could easily find more entrances. We just have to follow some people that we know have to go down there.
And we know about a few that we haven't used, but it sounds like they're pulling back power from this area too, which is concerning, because why would they be pulling back the power instead of reinforcing it? That means that there's a weak point. Well, maybe they are leaving. Maybe they're expecting something else, but I don't know that what we did at the windsurf is a big enough issue to cause them to draw back like that.
Yes, I believe that just happened last night. I don't think this is all a result of that.
Does this mean that we're making that big of a difference? Like,
that sounds a little too good to be true.
I don't know.
Any guesses? And Savannah's just like looking at everybody at the table.
Yeah, I think scouting it out is probably going to be the best option. And then, maybe we can just find a way to go down as us and then go Hrishikesh when we get down there.
Yeah. And I don't think we can carry a lot of these things. I think we might have to take it down to just the ID cards and the logs, things that are easily carryable when we're small.
I have memorized the codes.
Perfect. That's
helpful.
My favorite carrying size.
No, I'm sorry, Prince Savannah. I mean, I have memorized the codes with my brain, and we do not need to carry them.
Yeah, understood.
Good clarification, bro. If we want, we can get 2 people down in one body. I still have a Yeerk morph. Putting it out there, I know it would require a lot of trust, but the option exists. All cards on the table. That's all I'm saying.
I am not a fan of that option.
Just to put this one out on the table, it might be far-fetched, but looks like a weak point. It feels like a weak point. Sound like you said, Savannah, sounds a little bit too good to be true. What if it's a trap? Like, what if somehow they found out about Xander?
They're closing off other resources so that we have to go in that direction. It's outskirts. They wouldn't care about collateral damage there. It'd be easy to defend. That's a really bad combo. Yeah, we need to scout.
Well, we're going to scout it 100%. That's what we're doing. And we're not going in if we sense anything off. I'm willing to abandon this mission instantaneously if needed, if anything even looks too suspicious. However, we know something about the main Yeerk entrances. Maybe there's a different way we can get in.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but when I was flying down there as a bat, I didn't know my way through. Like, I don't know how we're going to find... I guess we would just go to a different terminal, but we couldn't find that specific place is what I'm saying if we went in another way. Or it would be hard.
We don't need a specific terminal. We just need a terminal. What do we know about Yeerk entrances further away? Have we gotten any of that data from the Chi? Something that's not local to us?
How not local do you mean?
Well, if Dylan's willing, we have a car.
I do not believe we have any locations of Yeerk entrances too far outside of the city. The closest one is where we fought the Visser. That's like the furthest out that we know of.
The beach one might be a little bit towards the edges, but like I feel like it's still fairly central.
Yeah, and it has that super long singular corridor.
Yeah, another choke point, you're right.
Counter to Kamren's point, this is Matea. Maybe it is a result of actions taken by Xander that he was not maybe able to communicate. So maybe it is a weak point by design, and that's why Xander is sending us there.
Why wouldn't he have said, this is the best way to do it?
Limited communication. He did tell us that he was not going to be able to at least see us as much, and he was using Craig for that.
But he wouldn't be able to send us a false message. If he knew that it would harm us, he wouldn't be able to tell us.
Theoretically, although he may be working outside the parameters of his programming at this point. It would be odd, though, that he would switch sides on us, unless we had offended the Chi so much that he's decided that we're now the bad guys, in which case we've completely lost. This would be, I don't know that I can go down that thought path right now.
No, I don't like it.
Is it possible he also doesn't know? Like,
it's possible, but he's supposed to be playing Visser 3. He should have all of the information of the area.
Yeah, but Visser 3 means there's Vissers 2 and 1 that would outrank him, if I understand the system. Maybe someone else is pulling these particular strings, and he just doesn't know what's up.
This is true, Zach, Matea says. Sub-Vissers, if they are high enough rank, in some circles of the Yeerk are equivalent. So, say Sub-Visser 11 that we saw at the construction site. He is closer to Visser 3's rank than Visser 4.
Okay. That's hard to get. The point is, there are people that might be knowing shit that he doesn't know. That's what I'm trying to say. And if they have influence over how things are run, they might be able to close down entrances without him knowing the reason.
But why are they taking power away? That's the thing. They're shutting down power, is what he said in his communication.
Zach kind of leans back in a chair and he's like, so conserving resources to put them somewhere else, or a lack of resources? Do they just pay for electricity? Like, or do they generate their own?
The Yeerks have stolen so much technology. I am almost positive that they do not rely on the human grid for their electricity.
Okay, but even following that logic train, right? Like, it could be that they have to funnel resources or funding or something elsewhere, and that's a reason to cut back on unnecessary funding. If that pool has got a bunch of like Yeerk amenities that they don't like fully require to function, then like, if you're gearing up an army or something and you need to pay for new weaponry, I don't know, I'm just fucking throwing shit out, but like,
You are correct. The Yeerks have to deal with resource management just as much as anyone else. Power is a resource that they have limited.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they do have to repair a Kandrona now, and they have
That
very
they do.
limited time to do so, thanks to what we did, and also Joan Reese is really nervous about how many Yeerks are going to die thanks to that.
What do you mean?
Oh, I went to a meeting and Joan Reese was there. That's what you said her name was, right?
Sure.
Reese's mom.
Mom?
Yeah. Yeah. So she was there, and I may have possibly followed her and listened in to her yelling at an underling about how many Yeerks are going to die because we exploded the Kandrona. So that might be why they're also kind of pulling in, because they're about to be
Okay.
a little understaffed.
That feels like another conversation that perhaps we should have, but moving past that for now, why security? Why would security be the thing that they pull the resources from? Internal resources, sure.
It's easier to be more secure in a smaller space.
Yeah. And they need those bodies somewhere else.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that movie 300? You get them in
They
like
died.
this.
They died, Kamren. Kamren, they all died.
Well, yeah, after a while. That's true.
A bottleneck. That's what we keep saying. They keep
Yeah.
creating.
So Zach's gonna look over at the Andalites real quick and be like, also, couldn't I mean, I know that's all stolen tech, right? But don't the Yeerks have the technology to get wherever there's other Kandronas within 3 days?
Yes. They can travel fast in the atmosphere, not as fast as they can outside of the atmosphere.
So I'm just saying, like, Joan bitching about like a bunch of Yeerks dying is also evidence that she's willing to let them die, because they could just rearrange where these Yeerks are. I don't know how we get to the point that we can plant seeds of sedition, but maybe an internal Yeerk riot is something we can, drive them towards. Fucking tear down your leaders. They're letting you die because they're lazy or something.
Interesting. Okay, let's scout it out. Let's scout this place out. Let's see what we think.
Okay. Just eyes in the sky, or what are we doing? Are we following known Yeerks? Oh wait, we could ask our buddy down at the cabin he might know where some other entrances are. I know he's not, tied into the fucking email chain anymore, but like he might still know where there's an old one maybe that like they forgot about. I don't know.
That's 2 hours out that way, 2 hours back. I think if we do that, that's going to be our one option.
Hey, Max, do you think we can get power back up?
It will depend on what is down there, but potentially I could reroute the power back.
What if we brought an external power source? Do you think that you could tap into the network?
Yes.
How much power would you need?
To power a terminal that is hopefully already connected, as much as you would need to maybe
6,800 kiloamps.
Yeah, 6,800 kilobams.
Yep,
my dad's
exactly.
definitely got one of those.
You're great.
Dylan, what are you thinking?
I don't know, if we go to one of the down terminals, we don't even have to worry about the bottleneck, the potential siege on us and 300 style killing of, much less than 300 people.
Wait. When we say a connected terminal, are those connections, those are hardwired, right?
Usually, especially in their bases.
Yeah. I live next door to what was a base. I know for sure they took a bunch of the equipment out, right? There's no doubt about that. But would they have pulled miles of wire?
I don't know if the Chapman's downstairs, his secret meeting room, was
where he
hardwire
talked
connected.
On secure lines, he talked to Yeerk leadership. You don't think that there's a direct connect there?
No, I do not. I was down there.
Were you?
Yes, me and
Okay.
Savannah. We can definitely try it. I'm just trying to save you some time.
No, like if you think it's a no-go, bro, it's just a thought. It's just a thought.
I think perhaps even if it was connected, we may have done an amount of damage that means it's not
Oh
recoverable.
yeah, but like, could we not spend? I was thinking like maybe if the connection exists, you know what I'm saying? Like we could figure out how to get back into it, probably a lot more easily than getting into a base.
After this many weeks, the Yeerks have probably taken care of that as well. I am willing to try if you all want.
Maybe that's a future thing. We can like figure out how to set up a listening station there or something, if there's anything to set it up to.
My concern with it is that they may have left it. Let's say they left it. Let's say they didn't clean it up. There's something down there. I imagine it's relatively simple to set up low power motion detectors, tripwires, whatnot. And that is, as you stated, right next door to your house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the last place they'd look.
Or the first place they look if we trip a sensor that lets them know we're there.
Yeah.
Well, I did cut through their backyard this morning.
Now that I think about it, when we found out about the Chapman base, they pulled back there too.
Mm-hmm.
That may have been more of a safety issue, but it's worth noting.
Are we trying to say that they're stretching themselves thin?
Could be. If they were to take the Earth, it would be their biggest population gain of any species.
You have to imagine that they're going to reinforce then. Maybe they're rationing everything now so that they can have more later. God, I don't know.
It sounds like the best course of action, if you all agree, is that we should go scout out, try to find a closed down portion of this Yeerk pool, break in, power up the console ourselves to try and scout and figure out information. And submit the logs, if we can.
Definitely. You don't want us to ask the Hork-Bajir? I'm just saying, me and like Max or somebody could go, or Kamren or whoever, or we could just send the Andalites. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. It feels like that's a strong resource if he has that kind of information.
Right. The problem is the time crunch getting out there.
I know.
we also have something tomorrow morning. So the quicker we can get this done, I think the better off we'll be for in the morning.
Cool. I was just making sure that we didn't forget about every option.
But yeah, I mean, if that is something we need, we should just go now, is what I'm saying.
Are we talking about splitting the team?
As long as we all agree we're not getting into it tonight. No fighting.
Absolutely no fighting.
Just thinking logistics. If we split the team, let's say somebody does get to the Hrishikesh, they still have to get them back to the rest of the team and find the team if you all are in Morph. Well, I think we should either all go or... Well, I think we should stay together, but...
Oh, I don't mean bringing him back down here. I'm just talking about talking to him.
I think it would be more one team is scouting out the location and trying to power up this thing itself, and the other is going to ask the Hrishikesh about Yeerk pool entrances and see if we can figure out more ways to get in if needed.
Yeah. Right now, the only entrance we have is that we know is that one that is out, whatever, outskirts thing. And if that's a trap, I don't think it's a good idea.
I think we know of a few.
Are there any that we don't think are closed?
That I don't know.
That's what the scouting is for? Okay.
Technically, Savannah, I wouldn't want to do this, but we could try to get down at the nail salon.
The other one that I think we know about but haven't gone to is the Happy Burger entrance.
I think for sure one we've used before is a no-go. If there's any chance that they would have figured out where we came in, at least. If there's entrances that we think we can at least check, let's just do that. I thought we weren't even sure where to go. We definitely need to get a list, though, if we can, from Bro as soon as possible. But not tonight.
I don't know that that's even going to be accurate if everything goes to plan here.
Back burner sort of idea.
How far away, Austin, map-wise, are these two entrances that we know of from each other?
The one where you guys fought Visser 3 is from you an hour at most, and it's just basically flying across the city. So flying, it's less, so 30 minutes.
Okay.
The one at the beach, even less than that, 20 minutes. Maybe
and
even
from
15.
each other, so that would be the one at the beach is 20 minutes west. The one that you're talking about with Visser 3 is
north.
30 minutes flying north.
Yeah.
So from each other, probably like a 30-minute gap from beach, 30-ish minute.
Yeah, 30 to 45 just to be safe.
Okay, and then the Happy Burger?
Happy Burger, 5-minute flight from your house.
Horrifying. Hate that. And then the other one's the mall. We know the mall entrances.
The nail salon, which is by the mall.
Okay, and that's also north, correct?
That's close. That's on the same side of Ocean Grove as you are and on the beachfront. Very close to Z-Splash. So a walk from your house would take 10 minutes. Flying 3, 5, something like that.
So theoretically, we could scout multiple locations. I think Savannah's going to say that out loud to everybody. Is like, theoretically, we can hit multiple of these locations and see which one seems like the most logical to try and go through.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, I mean, this can be our central hub for relaying information.
Okay. Should we break into teams, go scout it, meet back here, decide what to do?
Yeah.
What's the team's fearless leader? Prince Savannah.
Well, I think we can break into teams of 2 because the ones covering the nail salon and Happy Burger can probably hit both in the time it takes the rest of us to hit the other 2. So obviously the Andalites split up. We'll want one of those on each team.
You and I should probably do the nail salon and Happy Burger if we plan to hit it when we're out with Michelle.
Okay, that makes sense. Kamren, Zach, who do you want to go with?
You pick, bro. I'm good.
Aximili and Zach, Kamren, Maitea.
Yeah. Kamren looks at Maitea.
Okay, cool. We're just going as birds or something, right?
Correct. Going as birds, you are not getting in any fights. We are just scouting out the locations.
Okay, so if you guys are talking about going in somewhere with somebody, are you going in as humans?
I think we're going to try to just scout the locations. If we have to go in as humans, we will, but we are just going to try to scout the locations as birds.
Okay. Cool. All right, then I'm good. Yeah. Let's go.
All right.
Zach will stand up.
So you guys are headed to the nail salon in Happy Burger. Zach and Max Man are headed to the beach.
Yep.
And me and Maitea are going to where we fought Visser 3. He looks at Maitea. Hope you can fly. Hope you got something that can fly fast. Oh, I definitely do. I have a kingfisher or a duck. Come on. He starts to head towards the roof.
I think Savannah's going to start to head towards the roof as well. And she's trying to like catch, probably mostly Kamren, just catch their eye and give them a look like, don't do it, bro.
He rolls his eyes, lets out a deep breath as he pushes the door open. He's going up. The rest of you get to the roof. You guys see Maitea finish her duck morph and Kamren finish his osprey morph. And they take off.
I'm just going to look over at Max and be like, Crow?
You see his mouth disappear and thought speak. You hear, yes, bro.
Crow bros. And then I also start working Crow.
His blue fur and tan fur turns into black feathers. And where his no mouth used to be, a beak forms.
Okay. Excellent.
And you two take off.
We sure do.
Ready?
Always. And Dylan starts to shrink and get tiny, 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 tiny as she turns into this brilliantly colored hummingbird.
Savannah's going to start shrinking too, but not so small. Savannah's going to go to Crow.
And as you two take off, along with Zach, the crows that are staying on the roof just start cawing at you. Some of them start to fly, and just a few follow each group.
Zach will caw back to encourage them to follow.
Zach, you get 4 crows following you. Savannah and Dylan get 2.
Oh, I didn't know that we were going to be counting crows.
I quit.
A 90s
Yep.
reference.
Good night.
All right, we're going to start with Zach and Max. Aximili, whatever you want to call him. Zach, you guys fly, make it over the river and Ocean Grove to where the beach party was when you guys first visited the Sharing Beach Party. You fly over that familiar beach, over the Channelway to where the island is. Roll a perception check with advantage because
I'm a crow.
Oh, do crows get it? I was going to say Aximili will help you, but if they get it, yeah.
Oh, no, they don't. Never mind. JK. Nat 20, baby. With a nat 1, but the nat 1 doesn't count.
Canceled it out.
Really rolling fucking pass-fail dice over here.
As you cross that channelway and that familiar island comes into view, you see a sign, and it says, "Trespassers will be shot." You see, as you like kind of scan around and are circling, you see another one that says, "Private property, no trespassing."
And this is in the area where the beach party was?
So if you remember, you all were at the beach party. You had to cross a little channel to get to the island near the...
Oh, this is around the island. I'm sorry. I got you.
And then there has also been a fence constructed around the island, just a little chain link fence that wasn't there before. That's what you see all initially. And as you kind of go to where you know that cave entrance is, you see it has been boarded up.
Okay. I want to look for like tracks, recent activity, or does it look like, no, there's no human foot traffic here at all? Because boarded up doesn't mean not in use. Because
Yeah.
someone could still be going past the boards.
So with a nat 20, yeah, I'll say it hasn't been too long since you all were there, maybe 2 months at most, like just pushing that maybe. You see there is some human foot traffic, but it is very sparse and it's all in like the same direction, like the same path. It seems like when they get there, there's a opening to the gate where they can dock a boat and they walk straight from there to where that entrance is. It doesn't seem like they meander around the island too much. But with the nat 20 and because you're looking for it, you notice that there's almost no animal life on this island. Like you don't see any scurrying mice or rodents or anything like that. You don't even see birds that kind of are nested here or anything like that.
Okay. I'm going to communicate all of this to Max. You know, since he's helping me with the spot, I guess, or the perception. He can confirm if he's seeing the same thing or anything extra. I'm going to just circle the island and look for any other signs. I mean, if there's foot traffic going directly into that cave, that means it's still in use. Do those footprints look fresh?
No, not too fresh. But I mean, like I said, you all were only here a month and a half ago or something like that.
Yeah. Is this sand or?
The part of the beach is sand, like where it leads into the water, and then it goes into like grass, forest, woodland type area.
Okay, and I'm still seeing footprints on the sand?
You just see the footprints that kind of lead from the dock up to the cave.
No other animal life on the island. Okay, so the crows that are with us, if we go kind of low towards the island, I want to see if there's crows that are flying under us, if anything happens to them. If they run into a force field or something.
You fly high and the crows will kind of stay low. Some of them will. And as you fly over the island, they fly over it fine.
Okay. Any activity down there, human or otherwise?
You've scanned this island. It's not too big, but yeah, you've looked around. You don't see any humans.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we just head back. I'm gonna double check with Max. Like, what do you think, man? Does it look like people are still going into that cave?
Other than those tracks, I have not seen anything that indicates that.
Right, that's what I'm saying, those tracks. I mean, it's possible, right, that someone could still be going in there. They'd have to remove the boards, or the boards would have to be like a secret entrance somehow.
Right.
Or it could just be a hologram, I don't know.
It could be a hologram. It seems unlikely to me, but it could be. We could try to throw something at it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'm going to start like a descent down towards that dock.
As you descend with your nat 20, you do see on top of the entrance where it's boarded up, now that you have a different angle, you see a camera, and the camera starts to move and look up towards your way.
Okay. I'm going to pull out of the dive then and start flying casual.
Okay.
And, do a very casual slow loop around and then start heading not directly back to Pacific Towers. Kind of want to like fly north a little bit and then loop back around once I'm well over land. Just in case anyone's fucking following us with some, super zoom lens or something.
Aximili also, just taking your lead, he'll kind of circle the other way and then keep following you as you're heading back towards Pacific Towers now? Or
eventually, yeah, okay. We're looping back around. We're taking a long way, but and as we're going, I'm just going to be like, okay, so even if they're not using the entrance, they're watching it. That camera was active. It was following us, or looking around at least. So it makes me think that there's still something of value there.
Or at least a presence there, or they're watching it for whatever reason.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that there's not a ton of activity down there, kind of makes me wonder why they'd be watching it. Cool.
We have our report.
Yep.
And the two of you head back over the beach to the bay and back towards Pacific Towers. We join another crow and 2 other crows with it and a hummingbird as they fly over a rooftop. A few minutes later, actually, where are you heading first? The Happy Burger or Nail Place?
It sounds like the Happy Burger was a little bit closer. So probably there first.
You see the big hamburger that sits atop the building, marquee over the front that says Happy Burger in orange. There's people in the drive-thru.
Is there anyone inside?
Yeah, there's some people inside.
Allegedly, you have to go up to the counter and order a burger with like extra something or other. So I guess we're just looking for anybody that's ordering suspiciously and then disappearing.
How, when you say disappearing, do you mean like disappearing or like they walk somewhere and don't come back out?
Walk somewhere and don't come back out. I don't think they would just...
Okay.
Maybe. I don't think so. I think they would walk somewhere to the entrance.
Do you want me to try and swoop inside? Perch?
Yeah, perch. Not inside. But I think you would be a little less obvious than me trying to look through a window.
Okay. And Dylan is going to swoop down to the Happy Burger and just like sort of hover by a window as close to the counter as possible.
Perfect. Savannah's watching Dylan to make sure nothing's coming after Dylan.
Both of you roll me perception checks.
My passive perception's 13.
That's for when
pretty
I
cool.
roll against you.
I just wanted it to be known, Austin. And I said, that's pretty cool.
I have advantage.
Do you have
Sure I
advantage?
also have. I think so, because we have advantage on perception as a crow. Do we not?
No, not as a crow.
Not as a crow? Then no. Fuck it. I got nothing.
Hummingbird does. I got keen sight.
Savannah, you're kind of watching out, but it's starting to get a little bit later in the day. So the sun's starting to go down and it's a little bit harder for you to see. But you still can kind of make out Dylan's form in front of the window. Just everything looks fine from where you are. Dylan, as you look in, you see that there are people lining up, ordering food. How long do you sit here and watch?
Until Savannah tells me to come back.
You see 3 different patrons kind of go through this process. None of them get taken anywhere. They all seem to wait in the lobby until they get their food. 2 of them leave. 1 of them sits down and eats. The lobby's pretty empty at the moment.
What do you think?
Is there anything going on in there? Any movement? Anything suspicious?
Nothing suspicious. People eating.
Okay. Then let's see maybe if they're tracking anything out of human ordinary going on. And I think to Savannah, that means that she's going to try and like make herself a little more obvious as the crow to see if like anything happens to her. Like go and like land by the door and like peck around, like still acting as a crow looking for like, you know, french fries or whatever, but like seeing if that causes any reaction in the interior or anything like that. So she'll fly down and start like pecking around by the drive-through, by the entrance, like, you know, if there's like a little outdoor seating area, she'll like hop up and down on the tables out there.
Give me a performance roll.
Whatever, I don't care what the roll is.
I can tell you.
Hey!
Ooh.
Hey!
Yeah, you start with this fry and you see like the person that's in the lobby eating kind of like look out the window and go, oh, hey, starts pointing at the window, hey, and yells inside, everybody look at this crow. Some of the workers kind of come over and look and start clapping. Dylan, give me an insight check. These workers seem legit excited about this. There is a worker that hasn't ran up and you see him like looking out towards where this crow is, and he starts to move to a phone. But as you look past him with your perception check from earlier, you see that there is a door that has under construction tape on it, like an X, and a sign on it that says keep out.
Ooh, we got one guy scowling and going to a phone, but he's also got a door back there that says keep out.
All right, let's push this just a little bit further and see what happens. And Savannah's gonna like continue to like hop around on these tables and like, you know, see what happens.
People start to gather. Let's see. Dylan, high or low?
Hi.
Low.
Why do you let me do that? I hate doing that.
I think the audience loves it.
I think the Austin loves it.
Yeah, him too. You're focused in and you see Savannah just outperforming, and like people have like start to come out and just start to film on their phones Savannah eating this French fry. Why they're so enamored with this crow, who knows? Maybe they're just bird folk. I don't know.
Oh, it's an Audubon meeting. They're at the McDonald's after a day of birding.
Yep.
Sorry. Let me add to your world in the weirdest way possible.
They all have shirts.
This is people that drive really fast? What do you mean?
Yes, it's a bunch of race car drivers at the McDonald's for
From
some
Germany?
fast food. From Germany.
They're race car driver Audubon Society members. They like fast food and birds.
They're the Audubon Society.
Fast food, fast cars, fast birds.
Papa John's.
But one of their kids runs up and says, "Ooh, another fucking bird. Let me grab it." Dylan, make a dexterity save.
Against a child?
Yeah, DC
Fuck
6.
you, kid. Yeah, okay. I'm a hummingbird.
The kid tries to grab you, and you just fly up, and he falls down and like skins his knee and goes, "Meh," and runs back away.
I
to
think
his dad.
directly to him. Ha ha.
Huh? Nelson's here. Nelson from The Simpsons. Ah.
So this 6-year-old child knows The Simpsons?
He does. His parents are cool.
Eh.
They're all right. You're right. But then as that happens, Dylan, you look back in and the guy's on like a phone just glaring at Savannah and just...
Okay, it might be time to go. He's getting serious.
Got it. And she'll take off.
Oh, bye bird, bye bird. Oh, look, she's got 2 other friends with her. Look, a hummingbird. There's just flashes in the distance as you guys move off as they take pictures of you.
There's no chance that they can see the hummingbird with this group.
None.
Well, the kid said there was a hummingbird. I guess we didn't actually see it, but
Yeah, the kid
It's
wouldn't
a
know.
child.
Idiot child that fell down and immediately like busted his shit. So
it was
Yeah.
a big dragonfly. I tried to catch it, and I did now. Sorry.
no, honey, those are called crows.
You're a crone. Mommy, you stupid crone.
You're grounded for a week.
I don't want... Fuck this. I'm going to Dad's house. This is why he divorced you. You probably try to keep him held down, too.
going to Dad's house. This is always what you say. Go ahead, drive over there. You can't. You're a child.
Yeah, well, you can't drive even because you're drunk, Mommy. That's why they won't let you on the fast cars team. You can just be on the Audubon, not the other Audubon. You fucking...
Passenger is a role, Jimmy. I've told you this 500 times.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. My name's not Jimmy, it's James.
Child psychologists in Ocean Grove make so much money.
So much money. Or they don't.
So much.
Yeah, maybe they're terrible. It's another Statoric. It's his like
Great.
sister.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
a, it's a
God. The
real
child
like
psychologist.
which came
That's the
first kind
problem.
of a
He-
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
the dad that left because the statistics say like 50% and in divorce or whatever, so he left.
And he's like, I'm beating the odds.
Yeah, I'm the 51.
We go to the nail place now.
Yeah.
You guys fly another few minutes and find yourself above the mall, and you see in the shopping center is the nail salon.
So is it one that has like an exterior facing window, or is it like contained within the building?
Yeah, it's not in the mall. It's like the strip mall kind of thing on the outside.
Dylan, do you want to scout this one out?
Sure. I'll swoop in. And she's going to hover her way to a window.
All right, yeah, roll another perception check, both of you.
Okay. And I have advantage, so.
What the hell, y'all? What y'all got going on?
Fucking killing it today.
Listen, I didn't think of this at the time, but this is the best pairing because I roll like shit and Dylan can make up for it.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. You're right.
Tell the people what
Yeah.
you rolled.
A 6 again.
Yeah, okay.
For the second time on this exact roll, a 6. Why bother? Why do anything?
Savannah, you're not paying attention as you're flying. You're just looking down at Dylan, and you run into like this tree, and like there's a bunch of these like starlings in it, and you all just start like a flutter of just battling back and forth right now in this tree as you just ran into their nest. I know it wasn't a crit one, but I figure I'd treat it like one.
Yeah, it might as well. Honestly, why don't I take some damage from it too? Why not?
No. If you had
Stop it.
actually crit
Stop
one,
it.
you would have took damage, but you didn't.
Dylan is gonna like zip around, just be like, you good?
A minor miscalculation. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay, let me know if you need me to fight a starling.
I'll be okay, I think.
Dylan, as you kind of return your focus to the window, people getting their nails done, you don't notice anybody going to the back. You stay here for a few minutes and just kind of watch. With a nat 20, you also see a door in the back has been caution taped and a keep out sign, almost identical to the one in Happy Burger. Like they maybe used the same tape, same signs.
We got another creepy door.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Okay, seriously though, like, do you need me to come back?
No, it's fine. I'll get out of it. Hang on.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at the back door real quick, and she's gonna flit around, like over the roof to the other side of the building.
And with that nat 20, I'll keep it because it was a good roll. It's the same kind of lookout as like you're looking around. So you see the back door, just flat metal door with a steel handle. There's a camera above it, a dumpster out like right beside it. And you don't see anybody out there.
Does it look like there's like a rock or something that they use to like prop open the door sometimes when it gets real hot in the nail salon?
Yeah, you see like this big rock sitting on the left side of the door, so it will open out, and then you can put the rock there, and there's like a pack of cigarettes beside it.
Nice. Okay. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna zip back over around to the front side and be like, how you doing?
Savannah, what's it look like as you finally break away?
As Dylan asked that, Savannah finally kind of crashes through the last of the brush in the tree and like scoots out. And I imagine a few starlings just kind of like follow her and like dive bomb and then peel off. And she just kind of flaps up to the roof, like front entrance roof of the nail salon, and just starts like rousing and shaking out all her feathers. Totally fine. Handled the situation.
Knew you would. So creepy door. There is also a smoker, an avid smoker in this business because they got a pack of cigs out back and a rock for propping the door open. So might be a good in and out.
Yeah, and especially with people walking into the salon that they don't know, this has a lot of potential. Shall we head back to Pacific Towers and see what the others have found?
Sure.
And I think Savannah will take off and then be like, so you went into that meeting by yourself?
It was, I mean, I went to a meeting, and then the thing with Joan Reese was less a meeting and more like her yelling at somebody. And I didn't know she was going to be there. Obviously, I was just there for help. But yeah, I took the opportunity.
I'm glad that it worked out this time, but that was really risky.
I know, but I couldn't not get the info.
All right, maybe next time though, like just a text or something, just so we know.
Yeah.
Then she'll keep flying. She won't say anything unless Dylan does.
I think as they're flying, Dylan is going to start like sort of swooping underneath and above her, just teasing her like, ooh, look at me, I'm starling.
I handled it, didn't I?
I mean, you did, yeah. But you did also fly into a flock of starlings.
I was monitoring a separate situation and perhaps did not assess properly where I was going to land at the time.
What situation were you monitoring? We were flying.
I was just trying to make sure that you didn't run into any larger birds or threats.
You mean like a pack of angry starlings?
Which to a hummingbird is a larger bird and potentially...
So what I'm hearing is you were distracted by the sunlight glinting off my iridescent feathers and happened upon a group of starlings.
I wouldn't say distracted. I would say monitoring a separate situation that was occurring at the time.
Yeah. Monitoring the sunlight on my fancy feathers.
It potentially can be very distracting under the specific circumstances that we were in.
Got it.
About this time, Zach, you see a crow and a hummingbird flying not too close, but close enough that you know. And then there's two crows behind them.
We went inside, or at least Zach demorphed and went inside. Because I've been scrolling TikTok this whole time, and I'm wondering why there's like 4 videos on my FYP of a crow eating a French fry.
Okay, yeah. Then you two, Savannah and Dylan, you guys see a human boy and Matea emerging from their birds on the rooftop.
As Savannah and Dylan land on this roof, Dylan is going to land like on Kamren's shoulder as it emerges. She's going to be like, hey Kamren, have you seen my really pretty feathers in the sunlight?
I haven't seen you in the sunlight in a while. He looks over. Are you talking about these feathers?
Yeah, aren't they distracting?
He looks at them. I think they're kind of nice. I guess that's distracting. Yeah, your feathers are distracting.